Hey guys, how's everybody doing today? Hopefully everybody's doing great. So let's just jump into it. So the dark side of spiritual awakening, or basically the truth of spiritual awakening. You know, a lot of people don't want to talk about this. And here's the truth: when you get into a spiritual awakening, you will really start to get lonely and depressed. You feel isolated, right? You feel like, I have no friends, I have no one that I can talk to, I have no one that I can communicate to, I have no one that knows what's going on with me. So you're experiencing all these different feelings and emotions, right? And you're wondering to yourself, like, man, what's going on here? I thought I was supposed to be this enlightened being, and I'm supposed to manifest and all this stuff, but yet I feel so isolated, I feel so lonely, and I feel so depressed. And a lot of us don't talk about that. We talk about the good stuff about spirituality and spiritual awakening. But let me explain to you what's going on so that you can use this to enhance your life in the best way you can possible. So here's the issue we face. You see, what happens is we live in what's called a tribal mentality. The tribal mentality is the majority. The majority of people are basically brainwashed. They are programmed and controlled by what I call the matrix, a false prism of reality. The matrix is based on fear, control, unhappiness, sadness, depression, all of these things, what the matrix thrives on. You see, guys, happiness doesn't sell. Feeling good, feeling healthy, it doesn't sell in the matrix. So a lot of people, a lot of individuals, they're tuned into this hustle bustle mindset world. They have no understanding how their mind and everything works. Now, how do you fit into this when you become spiritually awakened? So here's what's happening. Because you're no longer connected or plugged into the tribal mentality now, you start to feel isolated and you start to feel lonely. And all of this is caused by one factor or one main thing. You know what it is? It's your ego. See, the ego is used to being in the matrix. So when you get a spiritual awakening, it's like you've been chosen by the universe. So what happens now, the universe like plucks you away and starts to fill you up with new knowledge and information. You're leveling up. You're moving to a higher level of conscious awareness. Now, to your ego, the mind, it cannot process this because remember, your mind is so tied into the matrix. So now when you start to leave people, or people start to leave off out your life, people start to vibrate out your life. You may have friends and family, and they're just dropping, they're just leaving you, and you're saying to yourself, man, what's wrong with me? Am I doing something wrong? No. You're leveling up. See, we live in a universe of energy and vibration. The universe we inhabit, it's all about signals of energy we putting out. And this is all governed by an electromagnetic wavelength. So when you're in a spiritual awakening and you feel the loneliness and the depression, here's what's happening now. Because you're ascending or you're leveling up, you start to experience hormonal changes. Body chemistry start to change. Emotions will go up and down. So there's going to be times when you feel very lonely, depressed, happy, lonely, depressed. It's just a part of the process. It's what I enlikened to a growth spurt. When you grow, you're going to feel a little pain, and you need to do that. I mean, you need to be in that right now, because that is going to put you in contact with your true power. You're going to start to experience your true self now. Because what happens when you start to leave the tribal mentality, now you start to see outside looking in. You start to see within the veil. So a lot of this loneliness and all these things is really caused by the conscious mind inability to understand or process that it's moving to a new level of awareness. You see, this new level of awareness, it's not coming through your conscious mind now. It's being filtered down through your higher self. And basically, this is why you're going to feel lonely. This is why you're going to feel depressed. But it's only for a little time. Because now, once you start to ascend and you level up to this new level, mind, body, chemistry changes. Now you're prepared to get information that will help you. This is where your gifts start to develop. This is where some of you may experience empath ability, clairvoyance, all these trippy gifts, psychic stuff, dream interpretations, prophetic dreams, all these things now will start to you to experience. And why do you experience these things? Well, you experience these things because you're not plugged in. See, when you're plugged in to this matrix, you get bogged down with a lot of fear. That's what it's designed to do. The matrix is designed to keep you dummied down or leveled down so you don't find yourself. That's what it does. And your ego has gotten so accustomed to this. And this is why your ego plays the resistance game. This is all this is due to your ego. So how can I fix this? You don't fix it. You comprehend it and you let it flow. It's a process. Everything has processes. So I know a lot of you guys are going through this spiritual calling, and I know you feel the loneliness, the isolation. I've been there, and the depression, but nobody wants to talk about it because we've all seen the good side of spiritual stuff. But this needs to be known because it's a natural process. So don't feel bad or feel weird or feel like something's wrong with me. It's just a process. Because now once you leave this process, now you elevate into this next level. This is where you start to gain information now about how the world works, how reality works, how you work, who you truly are. And this is where you start to go out now and fulfill your purpose. You see, every single one of you came here for a purpose. This is what you're experiencing right now. You're going through this spiritual awakening, or this awakening to activate your purpose, to find out who you truly are, why you came here, and what you're going to do here. And so it's a good thing because, you know, with progress comes a little bit of struggle and pain. We perceive it as, you know, when things, especially with the human body and the human mind. You see, as I said before, see, the universe doesn't struggle, right? Remember I said that? But the body, the human body is a little different because we have nerves, we have cells, and we feel like what we call pain receptors. So just think about it. When you're growing, bone spurts, right? You start to grow, you feel a little bit of it. This is what you're going. The best analogy I like to put it to is like a butterfly. A caterpillar transforming into this butterfly. You know, for the caterpillar on the outward side, it looks down, ugly, miserable. But when it turns into this beautiful caterpillar, the world changes. That's basically what you are experiencing. You are becoming this beautiful caterpillar that is experiencing your world. So, spiritual awakening and the spiritual side is indeed what you need to focus on. Because now you are going to start to experience some new levels of awareness, new levels of consciousness. Because, well, listen, you see, the thing is this. Once you start to level up, the game changes now. You know, you transform in mind, soul, and body. And this is why your body has to go through these changes, because it has to prepare to enter this new level of vibrational frequency. If your body doesn't catch up, it won't work. Mind and body have to be on the same page to make this work. So this is why it's important for you to understand that, all right, so the loneliness and all this stuff I'm feeling is just my body and my ego trying to resist. You see, that's the thing about the ego. The ego loves the attention. It loves the tribal mentality. The ego wants to stay in the matrix. Why? Because the ego has been programmed to be a part of the matrix. The ego loves admiration. It loves, you know, a center of attention. That's what the ego does. It loves to be with the people, even if it knows it's not good for you. It just wants that accomplishment. And anytime you're moving up, your higher self is calling you and pulling you away. Your ego is going to resist, and this is why it's going to attack you with these different feelings. So you have to understand that. So what you want to do is you have to disassociate yourself from your ego. Understand that your ego isn't you. It's just a part playing a role. It's renting space, as I said before. And this is critical to understand, because once you can understand this, this is where you're going to take your power back. This is where you're going to change the game. So remember, it's okay. Feeling lonely, feeling a little bit depressed, feeling down is part of the process. You're going to get better. You're going to elevate. And this is why you're a chosen one, because the universe picked you from the tribal mentality. Remember what I said now. The majority of people are in tribal mentality. This means some of your friends, your family, and it's really no fault of their own. They've just been programmed that way. But when you like plucked and the universe says, wake up, a lot of people are going to fall off. They can't come with you. When I mean fall off, I mean they're going to vibrate away out of your life. You didn't do anything wrong. It's not your fault. It's just that whenever we elevate, you're going to move up. If they can't come up with you, they're not on your level. They fall off and then you elevate. That's just natural process, guys. That's just how it works. I can't put it any other way. Some people take it the wrong way and say, oh, you spiritual people are spiritual awakening and think you're better than everyone. That's not what it is. This is about level of awareness, level of energy transference, levels of different vibration, consciousness, and leveling up. This is what it's all about. Some of us will get there before others, and this is what you are. You're a part of that leveling up. There's no way to put it. So keep that in mind, and just remember to continue to build, to focus, and you are indeed a chosen one from the universe for this. Thank you, guys.